how the countries are repositioning themselves. Because, well, after the Cold War, I remember the immense optimism, the political convictions. They kind of reflected the whole theory that we had reached the end of history, and the world was expected to embrace liberal democracy, human rights, and align under the leadership of the United States. And it would be, so peaceful, it would almost be boring. This was the thesis. And again, this was almost adopted as truism of a lot of the politicians over the next years. But if we jump forward to the present time, we see now, NATO having started a proxy war against Russia. US bombed Iran's nuclear reactors. We have joined forces with Al-Qaeda and ISIS in places like Libya and Syria. Total ethnic cleansing seems to be the objective of Gaza. There's an obsession with breaking China and possibly even war. And there is now, seems that Washington is contemplating a decapitation strike against Venezuela. If we go to Europe, we can see everything from economic decline, democracy decline, war enthusiasm, collapse of relevance, and I guess the desperation also seems to strengthen the crazies. Meanwhile, if we look east, the Eurasian giants seem to be building a new world, economic and political, without us. And I thought, who's better to talk to than you, as you were there in the 1990s. You were then the Assistant Secretary of Defense. You also had a central role in planning the post-Cold War security architecture. Now that we come here, what is your diagnosis? Because it's we went from this immense optimism. A lot of this you can tell by all politicians is genuine, yet we went off the rails at some point, it seems. I mean, how did we end up in this position?
Well, that's a very good summary of.
Sorry, also very big questions.
Of a lot of things that have happened. You reminded me that before I was Assistant Secretary of Defense, I was ambassador to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia when Saddam Hussein and Iraq invaded and attempted to annex Kuwait. And I recall the very first highly classified, restricted short telegram that I wrote after that said that we could not advise the president, George H.W. Bush, that we could not accept the new world order that would follow the Cold War